And this is one of them, and Syracuse would love to get that February loss back.
Matt Baracco goes up against John Mullen for Syracuse. And let's see who wins the opening faceoff. Baracco, he tracks it down. And Harvard winning the opening faceoff here today inside the Dome. We've got one more game after this tonight, Cornell and Albany, to cap off our weekend here in the first round.
That faceoff win got the Crimson fans on their feet like they had just scored a goal. And the main reason for that is A, Harvard doesn't face off that well to begin with. B, they lost 28 out of 32 in the earlier season meeting. Fell behind 5-0 to Syracuse, but still found a way to win. This is a Harvard offense that is very potent.
It was a 15-14 win back on February 22nd here inside the Dome. Harvard trying to get off to a good start. The shot, the score, they do right off the bat. And putting it in is Teddy Malone.
The Crimson fans love it. Malone had 5 goals in the win back in February, and here he doesn't waste any time. Nothing fancy, just a bull dodge to the right, soaks a couple checks, but out. Beautiful job.
And he comes all the way up to midfield and gets it over here for Logan Ipp, and now all of a sudden Harvard a chance on another offensive possession 2.5 minutes in.
This is my first visit to the JMA Wireless Dome, Mike, since it's been renovated, and I think a big advantage for goaltenders, now the colored seats, the blue and orange seats. Before, when you played here, the ball would blend in to the seats, the white ball, and I think that goaltenders have a better time of it now.
No doubt. Here's a shot that goes wide and over the top that time as Harvard putting the pressure on here early. That was Andrew Perry. On the restart from behind the cage, spinning around and scoring, Harvard, Sam King. And it's 2-0 Crimson.
Harvard is right at home here in the Dome. Sam King, whistle ready, off the end line. It's just a straight sprint to the cage. He gets leverage, he gets top side, and he finds the back of the net. Looked like it glanced off the kisser of Jimmy McCool by the Harvard D.
Miles Botkiss controlled it for the moment. Now they go behind the net here and worked around to Sam King. Riley Figueres is on defense on him. He's able to get by him the last time from behind the net. Here's Owen Gaffney. Gaffney gets a step, gets push, gets it back over to King. King rolls back, doesn't have the angle, back behind the net. Up top here for John Arndt. Arndt gets free, he fires and scores, and it's 3-0 Crimson.
We mentioned Harvard sweating it out on Selection Sunday. Jerry Byrne told us this week the logical side of your brain said, of course we're going to get in. We had all the metrics over Army, but the emotional side said we might be in trouble. They are proving that they belong. Great job, the redodge, the rollback, and top side again.
6-1 at home all time now. The series goes all the way back to 1919, but you know, hey, it's confidence right now, right? For Jerry Byrne and this Harvard team coming in, 3-0 lead here.
They were able to win that game after coming off a really tough loss to Colgate at home, where they got throttled and dominated. And you're thinking, okay, Syracuse could maybe score 25 goals in that game. Well, they scored 14, but Harvard scored 15 and walked away with the W.
Right now, ground balls in this game, Harvard 8, Syracuse 4. It's another area that Harvard does well. Here's a shot, the score. It's Luke Roa who puts it in for the first time today for Syracuse.
Hard to tell if Harvard elected to play zone out of that timeout, but in any event, they just give way too much cushion to number 8 in white, Luke Roa. You have got to get in his hands almost immediately when he drags across and goes left to left, because that is the end result if you do not get a stick in the gloves. He tattoos the upper.
King.
He is so fast on the restart off the end line. You have got to be whistle ready as a defender when number 7 in gray picks up the ball.
Shot clock is inside 20. It's back over now to John Arndt. Solid defense there by Syracuse. Arndt gives it up. Oh, and another one put in by the Crimson. Look out here, 4-1. Back to a 3-goal advantage.
Teddy Malone, 26 in gray. You want to watch a how-to video on the inside roll? Approach the defender, and then boom, the inside roll. Watch him judge this space. He gives himself about 3 yards to work with. Inside roll, shield your stick, finish it on the doorstep. Malone, his second of the contest.
Jimmy McCool for Syracuse. Orange have it, trying to close the gap here. It's over to Roa. Up top for Hiltz. Hiltz gets a step. Trying to feed it into the middle there for Sam English. Harvard possession.
Owen Hiltz is an amazing player. Drafted this week into the PLL. But for my money, he's not a ball carrier for the most part. He is a finisher. And I think he's just handling the ball a little too much for this Syracuse offense.
Logan Ipp gets a step. Ipp shoots. He scores for Harvard.
Logan Ipp, spelled IP. And this IP address is www.sprinttothecage.com. Look at the burst. Out of the gate, just out races the Syracuse defense, goes right down Irving Street and whips it past Jimmy McCool. Look at this separation. The downhill speed of number 3 in gray scores on this initial thrust. It's a lot, man.
It is. Yeah, great job, Mark. You're all over it. You're an official yourself. You know it. And they come together. They figure it out, making sure you tell the table.
And this is the beauty of lacrosse. You got Syracuse defensive coordinator John O'Derna and Jerry Byrne, Harvard head coach, coming together right around that substitution area, just being like, I don't know, I can't figure it out either.
Harvard's got it here with 2 men up. King, Botkus, back to King. Andrew Perry. Botkus feeds in the middle. A shot to score by Jack Spidell. 6-1 Harvard. Extra man goal here with 8:36 to play in the first half.
It's been all crimson in a sea of orange so far in this game. I just love the snappy ball movement. It does not stay in anyone's stick for more than a second. King keeps it hot. Then the feed over to 27.
More to go. Goes it back out to the outside. English off the pick from Leo. Under 30 seconds left before Syracuse is at full strength. English gets hit. Ball's loose. Harvard's got it.
Syracuse just looks completely discombobulated right now offensively.
Coming over is Sean Jordan. 52, he's got it. He dumps it inside and on the doorstep for the easy goal for the Crimson. They score again. And that's Owen Guest.
This Harvard defense has come to play. Sam English tries to swim his way inside of the Crimson zone. He wanted to hold, but you initiated the contact. The great run out by Sean Jordan. And Jerry Byrne was right next to the official. He was going to call a timeout, but then he sees Syracuse. Why are you sliding to the pole? 1, 2 guys leave the most dangerous man on the field in that. Sam English got to the middle of the field right there. Instead of uncorking it, he threw it into a sea of, 4 gray jerseys?
Correct.
That's not Sam English. That's not number 15 in white. That's not his brand of lacrosse. So these heads are spinning for Syracuse.
Leo takes a shot and then they do throw the flag.
That's
it's going
weak.
to be on Durf.
That's weak.
They were waiting and enough that the advantage was had there, and they still have possession. Crowd wants another flag here. Spallina. Spinning is Roa. Roa shoots, he scores. Luke Roa. And he has both Syracuse goals here tonight.
It's a big one. We talked about Roa on the run, righty or lefty. The first one was a lefty cannon. This one is down the alley, right-handed, beats the slide, and then solves Stevens' far post. Luke Roa. I love the little hitch move because that froze the slide. The slide was ready to...
There's Andrew Perry for Harvard as they do their substitutions. Back over to Cortez. Cortez gets a step here. Throws it behind for Sam King. Perry. Now for Malone. Teddy Malone. He's got 2 goals today. Malone. Swings it up top here for Ip. Logan Ip fires away and connects. And Ip has scored twice today for Harvard. They get the goal right back.
This is the first time I've had the opportunity to watch Logan Ip, number 3 in gray, live. I am blown away with his athleticism and how fast he goes from 0 to 60. Bye-bye. Look at that footwork, the burst, and then the ability to locate where you want to shoot and stick it far post.
No call. Malone lost it. Syracuse has it.
Syracuse, very physical here, and a smart physical. Any Harvard shooter, much like what the Harvard D was doing to Syracuse, they're getting licked when they release the ball. They're getting a check, they're getting a body check, stick check, body check. Syracuse defense letting them know they're there.
There's Hoddle and a Peyton Anderson. And Spallina and Thompson behind the cage. Anderson gets in the middle, shoots and scores. Peyton Anderson for Syracuse.
Anderson, the freshman out of New York. We say they got to dodge from the midfield. Feels the pressure, rolls back, soaks the double, gets to the middle of the field, and the worm burner beats Stevens. Syracuse cuts the lead to 5. Leader in C.J. Kirst, taking on an Albany Great Dane team that's on a streak lately. Won the America East tournament in the AQ and then knocked off Siena in the play-in game.
Good win here by Mullen here for Syracuse. They try to go back-to-back for the first time today, and they do! Scoring it is Nick Kakemo.
Syracuse is back in this game. Not only is it their 4th goal to cut the Harvard lead in half, but it's a pole goal and it's a juice play for this orange team. I like the patience, and Syracuse will throw it to anybody. And in this instance, it's Kakemo with the 70 inches of titanium. Great recognition by Finn Thompson. Kakemo stayed on the field when other Harvard defenders peeled off.
Behind the net here for King.
When will it be Sam King time as well for Harvard? He's played well, but only 1 goal. Figueres has done a nice job of containing him.
Number 7, he's behind the net right now. Here's Ip. Ip tries to go in front. He's looking for Spidell. It's going to be recovered here by Cortez before it goes out.
Billy Dwan, 35 in white, has virtually erased Spidell, number 4 in gray.
Here's King with 12 seconds on the shot clock. King, he scores! You called it, Mark, and he delivered.
Moments like these, you need your best player to make a big play. Sam King, the All-American from Harvard, Tewaaraton finalist, answers the bell. Great job of setting up this dodge. Nice little pick. And look at him just punish the upper 90. And there's the emotion. Sam King realized.
Retaliate. Your team's up by 5. Hiltz delivers, losing the stick as Stevens. He does pick it back up. Back to Hiltz, his second try. It's blocked on his way in. He gets it back. And Syracuse here. Greg Elijah Brown going after it on the sideline. Orange have it. Spolina.
He's got a shorty matchup. He's going to take him behind the cage where he's most comfortable.
And he shoots and he scores it. For the first one today, Joey Spolina.
I think the Harvard defense was thinking the way I was. And Joey Spolina, he operates most comfortably from behind the cage. And right here, he's just going to have a little burst. And he doesn't need much angle. And I think he surprised Stevens as well. You think he's going to cruise behind the cage, use a little burst to get.
Shot that's on the way by Miles Botkiss. Remember, Harvard is trying to get back to the quarterfinals for the first time since 1996. They beat this Syracuse team once already in this building, February 22nd by 1, 15-14. Arndt. Shot clock's down to 15. Coming around from behind the goal, it's Spidell. He takes a hit and he scores it anyway.
Been waiting for Spidell to have an impact on this game. But this play is really made by 26 in gray, Teddy Malone. Spinning, spinning, and then he finds Spidell. And look at the soft hands, number 4 in gray. Just takes a step, knows he's going to get a lick, feels the punishment, but it's all mitigated to exit the field.
Yep.
What do they call those, like a mom goal on Mother's Day?
Yes.
I'm going to wish a happy Mother's Day to my mom, Marion, and my wife, Erica.
Very good. Same with me. My mom, Marianne, and my wife, Steph. On this Sunday afternoon from Syracuse. We got one more game to come here tonight, too, by the way, at 7:30 p.m. Cornell and Albany, right here on ESPNU to cap off our first round coverage and see which team will make it to the quarterfinals.
We talked about that 07 game. I forget the year, forgive me, but how about when they played in Ithaca so-called field? Blaze Reardon,
right,
the goaltender for Albany, coast to coast.
Here's a goal scored for Syracuse, Sam English. And what did you just say a couple minutes ago?
There he is, the captain, graduate student, transfer from Princeton. Credit Wyatt Hoddle for getting the defense to chase him. Little uncharacteristic for Harvard. You can see 52 in gray was a little confused. Sean Jordan, the Harvard netminder.
Nine saves in this game for Graham Stevens. The freshman, by the way, for Harvard.
Imagine being a freshman playing in this environment.
Right.
He's not a freshman anymore, right?
No.
Call the cliche police, but guy's got a lot of lacrosse under his belt.
Well, already being here once this year, I mean.
Huge help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge help.
No doubt. Spidell again. And he got the feed from John Arndt. And Harvard responds once again.
I thought it was a little too unselfish with the dodge here. And Arndt just finds Spidell, again with the soft hands. Great drag, beautiful dodge, the little give, a little bit behind his head. He had to reach back to get it, but does a great job of collecting himself, locating and hold against Harvard. And that one was a little weird. Mullen played it to an area that was going right to a Harvard long pole.
Yeah, when you look at the face-off numbers once again here, 16-4. Okay, it's been offset by 17 turnovers by Syracuse, and credit this Harvard team, for what they've done. 9 caused turnovers in the mix today as well.
They played good lacrosse. They got out to a quick lead.
Score it here with Syracuse and Luke Roa. He's got a hat trick today. A lot of time left. It's a 4-goal game.
The shooting motion and the release of Luke Roa is a thing of beauty. Split dodge from right to left. He's a natural lefty, but he shoots so well with both hands, it's tough to tell sometimes. And again, you can't jog with him across the face of the goal like that. You have gotten that in a really, really long time. But regardless, this is an opportunity for Syracuse to string together a couple of goals.
The message to Harvard here is that, yeah, you want to stay aggressive like you've been all game, but you got to be careful, right? I mean, there's still a lot of time left here.
Oh, heck yeah.
And
this game is far from over.
Yep. And a goal here for Syracuse, and they are well within striking distance right now. Still 10 minutes left in the contest. Extra man. There it is. Perfectly executed and scored by Trey Deer.
Spallina shakes off the cobwebs and puts a beautiful pass. Just moving the ball around. I love the motion. Deer replaces Leo. Spallina recognizes cross crease. No one finds 91 in white. Let's take a look at his feet. Stepped into crease after he shot and scored. And this is as close to make it, take it out.
Yeah, because you lose the timeout for the unsuccessful challenge, and maybe thought, hey, that follow through with the other foot, but he did not go into the goal mouth. And now Spallina and Syracuse trying to get another one. They do, and ripping it from the outside for the goal. Kaczynski.
The crowd is on its feet. The energy is back in the dome. Great wing play by English. He's having an impact on this game. And Syracuse, it doesn't matter if you've got a short stick, a long stick, a pool cue, you're gonna get the ball if you are open. And Kaczynski tripped and scoring.
It's a good one.
Syracuse is on a roll.
Yes, they are, Mark, and they're still on the extra man here. The 1-minute non-releasable on the penalty from Owen Guest for Harvard. And this is critical here. Syracuse is trying to get 3 of them now. And that one is just off the mark on the shot by Greg Elijah Brown.
Harvard has played defense almost this entire quarter. That timeout helped them catch their breath a little bit.
And they're back at full strength, but it's not going to matter. It's Deer. He scores it right as the extra man was expiring, and it's a 1-goal game.
Trey Deer, the sophomore, out of the Mohawk territory, Native American heritage, making a difference in this game. The extra man specialist in that lower left position. I love that feat.
Defensively, I mean, I know you're down a man, right?
Right, but a little different. The other one was a cross crease feed.
Okay.
That one was a skip from the top point down. But to your point, you have to account for 91 in that space. But listen, Harvard right now, their heads are spinning. They played defense this entire quarter. That non-releasable foul, which honestly could have been 2 minutes, it's a game changer.
It certainly is. And now Roa, he ties the game.
It's an orange wave 5 unanswered goals by Syracuse. Luke Roa, we talked about his evolution as a shooter. Well, this is how it started. Time, room, success. And the bench loves it. Got to give a lot of credit to these opportunities for Syracuse. They have turned the game around with their execution on the power play.
McCorney is out with 30 seconds. They did. They scored 3 extra man goals on that 1-minute non-releasable. And worked their way back into it here. Here's Hiltz. Spallina. Finn Thompson. Back over to Hiltz. Oh, flips it, and a shot to score from Leo. What a pass from Hiltz.
Yards faithful love it. A little razzle, dazzle. Owen Hiltz has been a little off today, but this is a thing of beauty. The behind the back to your lefty, Michael Leo, and he makes no mistake about it. Top shelf, beautiful shot, velocity, placement, you have it.
That was awesome. That was an incredible.
Or if they just roll with trying to salt this away and kill the rest of the clock.
Harvard's back at even strength now. 35 seconds left in the game. English, they got to go after him. English running with it here. Knocked out of his stick. It's loose. Harvard's got it. 22 seconds to go. Here comes Owen Guest. Over midfield. Guest. Crimson down 1. Guest being hit by English. Gives it up for Spidell. Up at the top. Gaffney. He shoots. He scores. Owen Gaffney has tied the game. With 6 seconds left.
This is unbelievable. The one person you want the ball in his stick, if you're Syracuse, is Sam English, and he gets it taken away. You cannot give enough credit to this Harvard defense. And Owen Guest, the human clear, gets it from defense to offense. The ball cycles around. Owen Gaffney gets it, step down, ties the game.
The cause turnover, the 10th of the game for Harvard with 23 seconds to go. It takes them 17 seconds. They score it, and with 6 seconds remaining, we are tied at 12.
All you want to do here if you're Harvard is tie Mullen up. They're in a defensive posture, not to allow a fast break opportunity.
It's down the other end of the field. The shot, the save from Stevens at the buzzer. My goodness. Syracuse almost won it, and Stevens saves the day as we go to overtime.
Unbelievable. Had that cross check that led to 3 extra man.
Right.
Syracuse goals
Right,
for him to tie it. But Mullen, doing what he does best, wins the face-off. Syracuse did leave a timeout on the table.
They did. Now we're in overtime.
In regulation. Now they have one for the overtime period.
Here comes Roa. Mullen's got 24 face-off wins today. Winner to the quarterfinals. Next goal, Roa. Goes over to Hiltz. Leo. Behind the cage, Spallina. Spallina still with it. Feeds it on the cut. Here's Hiltz, a shot to score! Owen Hiltz wins it for Syracuse, and they're going to the quarterfinals.
Owen Hiltz, it really wasn't his day, but he saves the best for last. Assist late that gave Syracuse the lead, and then he takes the feed and he does what 77 does best. Cruises to the cage, finds the back of the net. Syracuse, you just stamped your ticket to a date with Princeton in the NCAA Men's Lacrosse quarterfinals.
And you said it, Owen Hiltz, the leading scorer, saving his best for last. A Capital One player of the game here today, Owen Hiltz, with the goal, the game winner in overtime, 2 assists, and Syracuse, coming back from 6 down at the half, advances to their second straight quarterfinals.
You got to give all the credit to the Orange